We are taught that financial success is a linear climb, a lifetime of steady growth, compounding interest, and a net worth that only goes up. In this traditional view, the highest number wins. But every dollar earned is tracked by an invisible counter, your life energy. It ticks down every second, indifferent to your bank balance. Consider John. He spent 40 years working 80-hour weeks and skipping vacations, all to ensure his fortune would be massive by the time he stopped. When John finally retires at 70, his wealth is at its absolute maximum, but his energy is almost gone. He has reached the end of the game with all the gold and no more time to play. With failing health and chronic exhaustion, he can no longer travel the world or enjoy the luxury he spent his life building. John traded the limited energy of his youth for a balance he is now biologically incapable of spending. Every dollar left in that account represents thousands of hours he effectively worked for free. Modern financial advice assumes you should hoard your resources for a someday that starts at age 65. Living effectively requires balancing 3 resources: time, money, and health. In your 20s, you have time and health, but 0 money. In your 40s, you have money and health, but no time. In your 70s, you have time and wealth, but physical capacity flatlines. The strategy of waiting for enough money ignores the fact that the health required to enjoy that money has an expiration date. When you buy a car, it loses value the moment you drive it away. Experiences work in the opposite direction. A trip with friends or a shared concert invests in a memory dividend. Every time you revisit that memory for the rest of your life, it pays you a dividend of joy. This chart shows the compound interest of an experience. A trip at age 25 pays out decades of emotional dividends. The same trip at 65 only has a few years left to pay you back. This logic forces a reordering of your bucket list based on peak health phases. As this step chart shows, your physical capacity to hike the Alps or navigate a foreign city drops with every passing decade. Certain experiences have a biological expiration date. If you don't fund your high physical experiences while your body can still process them, you aren't saving them for later, you're losing them forever. Many people justify overworking by claiming they are doing it solely for their children's inheritance, but the timing is usually off. If you die at 85, your children are in their 50s. By that age, they are established in their careers and past their own peak health phases. The money arrives when it is least useful to them. Compare these impact timelines. An inheritance at age 55 barely changes their life. But a transfer at age 30 provides capital when they are starting families or buying homes, which shifts their entire life trajectory. Letting wealth sit in a bank vault until your heart stops is a failure of timing. Real generosity requires deploying that capital while it can still make a difference. A bank account is a reservoir of life energy. Its value only manifests when it is converted into the experiences that make a life feel complete. Dying with $1 million in the bank means you sacrificed $1 million worth of stress, youth, and time for no return. You gave your life energy away for free. True wealth is a life exhausted of its potential, where you have squeezed every drop of fulfillment out of the resources you earned. The ultimate goal is to time the depletion of your assets so your bank account hits 0 at the exact moment your heart takes its final beat. Stop deferring your life for a tomorrow you might not have the health to enjoy. Start collecting your dividends of joy today before your meter runs out.